Welcome back, everybody, to the Cuptalk show. My name is Adia Rachel, and I'm your host. So today I am graced with a very intelligent and beautiful young lady who is later on going to be able to let us know about her. But I know you're asking before we get there, what is the Cuptalk show? Well, in simple terms, the Cuptalk show is a show that is made by the youth for the youth. It is a show that is meant to inspire you, motivate you, and enable you make better, healthy life choices. Well, from there on, I am going to let my guest introduce herself, and we shall pick it on from there with today's topic. Please.
Hello, hi. My name is Auleria Palahawe from Mighty Initiative Uganda.
That is a beautiful name. Kindly re-echo it.
Auleria Palahawe.
Oh, nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you too.
So you're saying you're from which organization?
I'm from Mighty Initiative Uganda, and it's an environment organization mainly concerning on conservation and sustainability in Uganda.
Thank you so much, pal. We are so grateful to have you here on the show. Well, could you kindly give us a brief background about yourself and just let the viewers get to know who you are?
I don't have a lot of biography to
It's okay.
I finished from 6 August 2 years back. We all have life choices.
Yes.
I had a choice to first learn what the world is all about, know what I want, then begin campus. I've always loved being a lawyer, so next year enrolling in Bachelor's of Human Rights, Peace and Humanitarian Intervention. So that is it. Then for the organization, I'm their projects head. I head a project which is called Schools Green Club. It's a new project, all based on environmental conservation.
Okay, beautiful. So could you kindly give us also a brief background about the organization what you do a little bit more, so that at least we can be able to build rapport?
Mighty Initiative as an organization is youth-led. Like the leaders, everyone working in is a youth, which is really a nice venture. And it started in 2019. That's when it was initiated. We've been working so far, and we've so far greened 163 schools.
That's a lot of schools.
So we're basically into planting trees. We believe mental health, a greener world, all favor human soul. So that is what we mainly based into, helping the youth discover who they are, get what to do as they are helping and giving back to their communities.
That's really beautiful, and it seems that the vision of the organization is really presented towards the youth in a greener world.
We believe the youth, the children are the future. The youth are the present, then the children are the future. So the present has to teach the future. So we all in hand, the children and the youth.
That's beautiful. So with your background that you've been able to enlighten us with, could you kindly tell us what sparked your interest in trees and environmental conservation?
I've always been a solo person. I like being alone.
Okay.
So when you like being alone, that means you have to get something that you can connect with.
Yes.
You either connect with people, but if you're not connected with people, so you look for other ways how to feel yourself. So I'm a person who feels stress, and I'll run to somewhere feel comfortable, and those comfortable places are always nature-based.
Yes.
I can't count how many times I've been to Ginger only for just myself to pass through Mavila. I can't really count. So they really bring back my soul. I relieve my stress. So by that, I didn't know what it meant, but when I counted the number of times I used to go there and how I feel after reaching those places and comparing it to how I feel with people, that's when I discovered, that means that is my safe space.
Yes.
I should always visit it frequently. So that's how I came to love nature.
Okay.
It's just out of passion. I didn't have a reason, but my spirit would fly just there in case I have something disturbing me.
That is really beautiful and serene.
Sure.
But with that in mind, what would you perceive is the role of nature, and trees and the environment in regards to people's lives today? And it's a changing society.
Okay. We actually witnessed a changing society when COVID came, if you want to realize.
True.
That's when we realized the world was changing.
Yes.
Like what used to be the normal didn't become the normal after then.
Yes.
People got new hobbies, like gardening. People didn't know that gardening was something, was
And
some
soothing,
activity.
yes.
So people started getting those new hobbies, looking after animals, gardening. So that means a new reality, a new normal is more favored by a greener world.
Yes.
So innovations, creativity, all spark off when you feel yourself. And feeling yourself means away from noise, away from every hilarious noise. So that means a greener space favors a constant mind which is thoughtful. So being that the youth are the leaders, are the now, are the present, that means we need creativity, we need innovations, and all these can be got when nature is favoring the human race. So you see, nature, humans have to work together.
That is so beautiful, by the way. It's very insightful that you had to bring the whole COVID perspective, because that is very true.
Sure.
Yes. So you've been able to give us at least one personal experience you have with nature.
Yeah.
Is there any other connection that you'd like the viewers to know with your a personal connection with nature and the environment?
Yeah, when we see nature, it has seasons.
Yes.
And the way nature is categorized in seasons, the way we two humans are, the mood we'll wake up with in the morning is not the real mood we'll end up with. And to categorize that, we call it seasons. So these trees have seasons. We have when they are in autumn, that is like the dry season. Then we have when they are greeny. We see when they're in autumn, they shed off their leaves. And so that means they're reviving, they're regenerating their energy through the roots and the soils. Similar to people, when we're feeling down and physically ill, we don't need to always waste our energy. Instead, we need to sit down, think of what we really need, then use that energy to bring back ourselves the better. So that the same way, when they are so much greeny, like the environment is favoring them, they outshine. They are so greeny, they bear fruits. Similar to people, when all situations are favoring us, we need to outshine ourselves. We need to really be who we are, inspire who are outside us and our neighbors, everyone around us.
That's so beautiful. Actually, I like the fact that you've been able to relate our emotions with nature, and it's really beautiful and touching.
Thank you.
Yes. So with that in mind, you mentioned that you've been partnering with an organization. So can you tell us more about your role and share an experience or two that has stood out for you?
The most outstanding experience was the 1 million tree challenge we held in remembrance of the people we lost towards COVID.
Yes.
When we're dealing with now, that's where the mental health scope will come in. During COVID, a lot of people were lost. We lost our loved ones, we lost our parents. So those are the times we held that campaign. It was called the 1 million tree challenge. It is the most outstanding for me. So those are the days we were really there for those people whom we call our family.
Yes.
Not only family, but friends and strangers. We are all humans. We don't need to be having grudges and what. So that's when we came together and we're like, plant a tree for everyone you lost, plant this and this, so that people can feel that belonging. Yes, I lost some, but I have where to remember them from. I have something to console me. If I plant this tree to bear fruits, yes, whenever I'm eating it, I'll feel like I'm still in touch with the people I really lost.
I understand. So with that in mind, what do you think have been one of those challenges you faced in your line of work?
Okay. Our line of work is the most hectic one, if you see through. The organization is youth-led. That is a point of fact. And in most cases, we see even if in families, your thoughts, your ideas won't be considered before you show them, this is who I am, this is what I'm bringing on the table.
Yes.
So that means you have to get in a lot of energy to persuade them to showcase what you have, which is really so hard. Before you support me, people will say, before I support you, I really need to know I really need to see what you're doing, which is hard. You need to support me.
Yes.
Then you see what I'm doing. But that is not the case. Someone will say, first provide. Let me see what you're bringing on the table. So people don't normally believe in youth.
Yes.
Lack of belief. Then we have political areas, like politically, where do you belong? What people, someone will say, instead of supporting you, first join my cause.
Are you serious?
So this needs to be a mutual understanding. Before I join you, let me first learn who you are, what you do, and you're not really given that chance. Then experience, we don't have enough experience. We are learning as we are working.
Yeah, so it's literally learning on the job.
Learning on the job. And remember, we're trying to get skills again in what we are doing, so we don't have that enough time, enough support, enough experience, which really hinders us a lot.
It's
And
so
maybe
sad.
support is really not enough.
I understand. And it's such a beautiful venture.
Yeah, it's out of love, like someone thinking about his country, the world. We see when it rains, it takes homes. So that love you come with, that let me bring this cause, it's going to help us all, but then someone shows you an idol. It's
Bombastic side. I understand.
Sure.
So, what do you think is holding the youth back? Because you're a youth, yeah?
Yes.
So what do you think is holding the youth back from participating into such good causes?
We the youth, I'm part of them, though we have different understanding, we have
Yes.
different causes, we have different callings. So the number one challenge is convincing, like the causes don't match. And it will take you time to come and convince me, Pao, this is this, it will bring this, and it is not providing food on the table. Remember, when you like building a house, it needs to start from down until you reach up. So
Yes.
someone wants to come when everything is really done, which is not the case. You have to join in the grassroots fight together until you achieve some goal, which others won't see in the beginning.
True.
The person will want to first see everything is done, then they will join.
Yes.
So you're not correlating in the goals and the visions together,
Yes.
which is really hard.
So I think that mentality is really holding a lot of us back.
Yeah, a lot.
And it's so sad. But as Pal, and with your experience that you've had with your organization and the different projects you've had, what advice would you give to the people out there in regards to having a heart for the environment and the community at large?
Okay, for human race to survive, we have to live in agreement with nature.
Yes.
If at one time you oppose it, it fights back. They're saying that you don't have to fight water. You know, when you fight, it fights back.
Yes,
so
true.
it's not only water. When you fight with soil, it will fight back. Everything fights back.
Yes.
As long as you come in its own way. So the one solution would be to live in harmony. Love each other. The way you're loving your fellow brother, sister, is the way you should love this nature thing. Love it, harmonize it, like live with it as if it's a baby. Because remember, they don't talk. Nature
Yes.
doesn't talk, but it loves, and it shows it has characters, like it will give rain. So that means it loves, but it won't speak because it doesn't have the tongue. So we
Yes.
humans have that tongue to speak on behalf of nature. So we speak up, we really cherish it. If it's planting trees, plant it out of love, because it
True.
won't do any harm. It will instead benefit you.
So let's say someone out there would like to reach out to your organization and would like to partner. How can they be able to find you?
We are located in Kawempe Tula. But then we have telephone numbers. We have our website at www.mytreeinitiative.co.ug. And all our social media handles own a name called My Tree Initiative Uganda. So you
Tree
can reach us.
Initiative.
Yes, there are numbers displayed there, or I can even share mine in case.
Yes, kindly share your number.
Okay, the number you can reach out to is 078-73053882.
That is beautiful. And lastly, what would be your concluding remarks as we end the show?
I would love to implore everyone, like nature and fight, like us humans fighting for nature should be in everyone's DNA.
True.
Let it be out of love, let it be out of let it also include curiosity. What is nature? You
Yes.
ask about it. Then from then you gain answers and you will fight back with us. Not fighting, but just doing things out of love. Then there is a saying, walking with nature walks a soul home. If you walk perfectly in the right way of nature, it will make sure it also walks you gently back to where you come from in harmony. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Paul, for
Welcome.
sharing. I think my outstanding quote has been, walking with nature walks us back home.
It walks your soul back home.
Oh, walks us all back home. That's really beautiful and deep.
Thank you.
So, thank you so much for sharing. We are so privileged to have you on the show, and hopefully the viewers out there have been able to learn a thing or two from Pearl's experience and Maichi Initiative. That has been it from us on the Cuptalk show. Thank you so much for our sponsors, to Power Youth Mentoring Uganda, for enabling us to be on air and reach out to you, the viewers out there. In case of any inquiries, can you reach out to us? We can't wait to hear your responses. That has been it from us. I remain Adira Rachel. Thank you for listening. Goodbye.